Yes, I'm wearing a tank top. These are pajamas. Anyways, there is a mysterious man in Boston. You've heard of the story about the mysterious man in Boston, right? Right? Well, if you haven't heard the mysterious story about the man in Boston, I'm about to tell you. It happened in Boston in 1940. Jake, or maybe his name was Jack. Yeah, his name is Jack. Jack Witherspoon got a phone call from the mysterious man in Boston. Or so he thought it was the mysterious man. But the problem was, he didn't know he was talking to anybody. He didn't know who he was talking to. So he just played along with it. In 1940, Jack was talking to the mysterious man, and this is his conversation. Hello, this is Jack. Hello, Jack. The mysterious man didn't have a face, so we didn't know what he looked like. He had his back turned. Hello, Jack. Who in the tarnations is this? Oh, well, I'm just a lonely, mysterious caller. You live in Boston, don't you? I do indeed. I do indeed. Well, that's great, because I'm coming to Boston to see you. Oh, you are. Well, in tarnation, this must be something different. I would expect something a little different, don't you think? Oh, you don't expect anything, because I'm coming to Boston. The man hung up. Jack hung up the phone and went back to his paperwork. And so he thought the man wouldn't call him. So he went out on his ways to a bar to get a drink. He met a dame at the bar. Where are you from? You around these parts? He asked her. The woman looked at him. Well, I'm not from these parts. I'm just a lonely country girl. And you know what? I'm going to give you something in return of my gratitude. The man, Jack got a phone call again from the same man. This is Jack. Hello, Jack. It's such a pleasure to talk with you again. You do realize I'm still coming to Boston. You do realize that, right? I've done so much for you, and you haven't done anything for me. That's a damn name for you to do to someone who you don't love. Jack, you son of a gun. You're so hilarious. You make me want to laugh. Well, if I had the opportunity to laugh, that is. I wouldn't be laughing at this right now, because anything you say isn't going to make me laugh. Jack, I will find you, and I will hurt you if I have to. Oh, I know just what to do. The mysterious man was talking with Jack for 3 hours, and he was hiding something from Jack. He didn't show his face, and he didn't tell anybody who he was or what his real name was. Now, if you would like to meet me somewhere, that would be great. The mysterious man lifted his hat and scratched his forehead. Jack, my boy, how's it been? Too long, too soon. Haven't talked with you in a really long time. How have you been? Jack answered, Oh, I've been perfectly fine, he said. The old west of Boston. I've been thinking about something. I've been thinking about our chat we had together. Jack answered in a very poorly confused accent. I have no idea who you are or why you're calling, but if you ever call me again, I will have you arrested and behind bars. That's so funny, Jack. You can't arrest me or put me behind bars. You don't even know who I am, and I wouldn't tell you who I am anyways. I wouldn't tell you damn thing about who I am. And you know why? Because you don't need to know anything about that. That's for me to find out. And that's for you to find out. And that's for me to know and you to find out. Jack questioned the mysterious man. So what is your name? Jack asked. What is your name? Oh, Jack, I'll never tell you my name, because I'm too clever and too funny and too fun to find. And there's no way you can find me in Boston. Jack questioned him and talked for a second. Well, I will be able to find you, whoever you are. And do you really think you can find me in Boston? Do you really think you can? Let me hear this, Jack. You think you can find me, but you really can't. I totally doubt the fact you can find me. And if you can, well, then you can. But if you can't, then you can't. You know what I'm saying? Jack questioned him one more time. Do I know who you are? Jack asked. No, and you will never find out. Jack hung up the phone, and the mysterious man got to work. He took off his hat and stared into the sunlight. Well, he'll never find out who I am if I change into a different person, he said. The mysterious man took off his coat and changed into something a little bit more disguisable so Jack wouldn't see him. What do you want? Jack. I'd like to meet you somewhere in person. Jack looked at him. Jack looked through the phone and said, If you really want to meet me, you better try to find me. Questionable, said the mysterious man. But I want to know where you are first before I find you. And he questioned himself and said, Well, might as well damn know where you are if I knew where you were anyways. So the mysterious man hung up the phone and went to his work and removed his hat once again and said to himself, This Jack will never find me if I'm disguisable. So he tied his hair up. Yes, he has long hair. He tied his hair into a braid and tucked it behind his coat. And put his hat on top of his head so no one could see what he looked like. Jack! He covered his hat. Jack, my boy, it's so good to see you. Jack looked at him. Well, if it isn't the mysterious man. How did you find me? Well, that's simple. I just followed where you would be, and I knew you'd be somewhere in Boston. So I looked. If you knew where I was, why don't you just come here in the first place? Well, that's because I didn't want to disturb you. I would have known more things about you. I'll pull my gun out and I'll shoot you and I'll find out who you really are. You think you can shoot me. 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 Well, I have my gun up my sleeve too. The mysterious man pulled out his gun. Don't make me use this on you. Don't make me use this on you. You think you can use your gun on me. I'll use my gun on you. So they both pointed their guns at each other. And Jack said, Remove your hat so I know. Remove your hat. The mysterious man looked at him. You want me to remove my hat? What kind of idiot are you? The kind of idiot that wants to see what's behind your head. You play the wrong cards, boy. I will never remove my hat. And if I have to, then I have to. If you remove your hat, then I'll remove mine. You can move your hat all you want. My hat is a signature of who I am, and I'll never remove mine. They both had an argument, saying who should remove what hat and what hat should be removed. You remove your hat, and I'll do anything for you. I'll point my gun at you. He loaded his gun and pointed it at him. If you remove your hat, I will personally tell you my real name. If you remove your hat, I will personally tell you my real name. And you'll find out more than you have to find out anyway about me. I'm not removing my hat until you tell me who you are. They both had an argument together, continuing every single argument that anybody had in the Wild West. Well, this was Boston, so it's different. All right. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Jack lowered his gun. Well, I'd love to. Actually, you know what? I'll take my hat off, said the mysterious man. Okay, let's see what your face looks like. Oh, you can't see my face. I'll just remove my hat off my eyes then. Halfway, so you can see my eyes. I'll still see your face. Ha ha ha! Jack, my boy, you think I can actually show you it? And you're such a fool. I'm a fool. He looked the mysterious man in the eye and said, "Take off your hat if you want to." I will never reveal myself to you. And if I had to, then that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Jack looked at the mysterious man. Why don't you take off your coat? Oh, my coat! That's a pleasure to take off. The mysterious man took off his coat. And he had a belt buckle. He had a black tuxedo with a belt buckle and big black boots. So, what do you do around these parts? Said the mysterious man to Jack. I don't think you need to know about that. Jack's coat was still on. He removed his coat also too. He grabbed his cell phone and called his girlfriend on the phone. Ugh, no time for that, Jack. Put your phone down. We're having a conversation here. Jack put his phone down and lifted his hat up. You're hiding something from me. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? I can tell. What would I be hiding from you? Said the mysterious man. All I'm hiding from you is just my face. And from the looks of it, you don't need to know what I look like. It's none of your concern. This is Boston. We can reveal ourselves. This is Boston. We can reveal ourselves, said Jack. I don't think I want to. I'm just the mysterious man from Boston, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. You want to threaten me? Go back to the place you were... You want to threaten me? Go back to the place you were born. And leave this town, I say. And leave this town. Okay, fine. I will take off my hat and I will show you my true identity. If you play your cards right. My cards? Yes. Fine. I'll play your cards right. If and only if I play my cards right, take off your hat and show me who you are. And I mean it. Okay. If you play your cards right, I'll take my hat off for you. You got a deal, partner. They shook hands, and Jack placed his cards down like they were playing cards. Bust. It's called steal. Oh, so too bad. You won. Good job, Jack. I won. Now take off your hat. You're really stupid, aren't you? The mysterious man grabbed his coat and put his coat back on. He took off his hat, but he covered his face into his coat. Now, you want to see my face? Yes, I do, said Jack. So the mysterious man showed Jack his face for the very first time to show him what he looked like. "You are the most memorable outlaw in Boston," said Jack to him. The mysterious man put his hat on top of his head. "Why, yes, I am," he said, and he grabbed his mug and took a sip of it. "Now, listen, partner." He took his thing of beer and poured it into his glass. "Listen, partner," he said, taking a sip. "I'm not your ordinary person. I'm an outlaw. If you tell anybody I was in this bar, I will literally kill you with my gun." "And that's the truth," he said. He stood up and he walked away. He covered his eyes again. "You won't be seeing the last of me, Jack," said the mysterious man. "I can count on it." "Well, look about mine," Jack said. "I will probably personally find you and put you behind bars." "You don't stand a chance against me." The mysterious man walked out of the bar, and Jack continued with his drink. "Who was that?" said a lady. "That was the mysterious man of Boston." And he wrote to himself, "I'll catch that son of a gun, if it's the last thing I do." And that was the story of the mysterious man in Boston. What do you think is going to happen in the next chapter? See you later. And like the mysterious man says, I'll find you and I'll get you. Make sure you subscribe. See you later.